everyone, I'm Asha. Welcome to another GTHQ Hot Topic video. And today I want to talk about a subject that is a little bit controversial: breasts. Yes, you probably guessed by the title of this video, I want to talk about breasts, specifically breastfeeding photos online. Now, if you're not aware, Instagram and Facebook have recently, over the past year, changed their terms and conditions to allow pictures of mothers breastfeeding and pictures of breast cancer survivors to be on Facebook without violating their terms, and they're not going to be seen as sexual. That is a major step forward. Why? Because there have been far too many instances in the past where women who put up photos of them breastfeeding their children, perfectly normal, natural thing to do, or women who have survived breast cancer and are proud to show off their strong, surviving bodies, have been reported to these social network platforms for violating terms and conditions. It's kind of ridiculous, and a whole group of women across the world have kind of banded together saying, you know what, this is ridiculous. The reason why I want to bring up this subject is because there is a documentary about to be released on Netflix. It's called Free the Nipple. Yes, the same name as the movement. And it addresses all these issues, plus a few more. A story recently went viral where a man was at a diner and happened to see a mom sitting on a table near him breastfeeding her child, completely normal, and he was so offended. If that was the end of the story, no big deal. However, not only did he get offended, but he decided to take a picture of that woman without her even knowing. That's kind of freaking creepy, dude. It didn't even end there. He posted the picture on his Facebook page and decided to shame her publicly, asking people, hey guys, what do you think about this? You know, I'm all for breastfeeding your children, but put the boob away or cover up. He got shut down in the best way possible. Not only did people say to him, dude, what is wrong with you? You're taking a photo of someone else without her knowing. The mother herself found out about it, wrote a message to this guy, and basically put him in his place. She didn't swear at him. She didn't personally attack him. She basically said, hey, you know what? I'm not doing something that's illegal. Yes, let's remember, here in America and many other countries around the world, breastfeeding in public is perfectly legal. So where do we draw the line? Here's the line. You're allowed to be offended. You're allowed to be disgusted if you want, but just like you think you have a choice to post a photo on Facebook and publicly shame someone, you also have the choice to turn away and not look at that mum breastfeeding and not say something in public that's demeaning and demoralizing to a woman that's doing something perfectly natural. You don't necessarily have to agree with me, but you also shouldn't necessarily go on social media or any public platform and shame someone for feeding their child. I also love how in the media there's such a huge comparison between the way women are sexualized and the way people are so outraged by breastfeeding photos. You know, there was this great comparison that I recently posted on my Instagram which said, why is this picture okay? And it showed a picture of Rihanna in a completely see-through dress. Clearly you can see her nipples and breasts and everything else. And then there's some pictures of mums breastfeeding and the caption said, but why is this not okay? You know, I just hope that all the people who are complaining about breastfeeding photos and breast cancer survivor photos are complaining just as loud and just as vehemently when they see pictures like Rihanna naked. You know, they should be just as outraged, right? Wrong. That's where the double standard hits. If we're okay with sexually objectifying women in advertising, then we should be just as okay with a woman breastfeeding a child, especially when she's not breaking the law or doing anything offensive or harmful to anyone else. I also really loved how Elle magazine in Australia recently released a subscription-only cover of supermodel Nicole Triunfio breastfeeding her child. And it went viral. And the whole reason they did this was to destigmatize and desexualize breastfeeding. And while I hate that this mother in a diner was publicly shamed on Facebook, she had the balls to stand up for herself, but many women don't. And this is why, even though the story is awful, it needs to come out in the open. We need to be talking about this in a public way. We need to have women like Olivia Wilde and models like Nicole Trunfio breastfeeding their children on the covers of glamour magazines to destigmatize and to allow women and men to have conversations about this publicly, and also to make people realize there is such a difference between sexualizing and objectifying a woman's body and allowing her to do something that's completely normal, natural, and legal with her child. So I just hope that we can separate the difference. I know this is a controversial topic and I know many people have opinions on it. Is it offensive, or should people just sit down, go home, and keep their offensive opinions to themselves? You'll know what I think. I want to know your opinions. Please check out Free the Nipple on Netflix. Make sure you subscribe to my channel, Girl Talk HQ. Check out my blog as well, girltalkhq.com, and share your thoughts and opinions below. And I will be back next week with another video about another issue that matters.